The United Nations and the humanitarian partners in Kenya are appealing for $472.6 million to help 4.3 million drought-affected people in 2023 in support of the government-led response as the crisis is expected to worsen. During a visit to Garissa County, the Deputy President of Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua, the UN Resident Coordinator in Kenya, Dr. Stephen Jackson, and the UN Environment Programme Executive Director, Inga Anderson, called on the international community to step up their solidarity with communities who are facing the devastating consequences of the longest and most severe drought in Kenya's recent history. Needs in the arid and semi-arid lands areas of Kenya continue to rise, as the region faces its fifth consecutive below-average rainy season from October to December 2022. Humanitarian partners estimate that there will be 6.4 million people in need of humanitarian assistance in 2023 in the Asal region of Kenya. At least 4.35 million people are going to bed hungry, and about 5 million people cannot access enough water for drinking, cooking, and cleaning.
Fund resources in this kit cannot be sufficient to address the challenges induced by climate change now and in the future. Therefore, the government is appealing for assistance to address the resource gap in implementing drought interventions to minimize losses, catastrophic famine levels. We have a heavy immediate burden which we cannot carry.
Families are taking desperate measures to survive, including fleeing their homes in search of sustenance, and the risk faced by women and girls have risen sharply since the drought began. There are also growing reports of children dropping out of school and child marriage cases. The UN Resident Coordinator in Kenya, Dr. Stephen Jackson, said the government and humanitarian assistance have stepped up collective response in 2022 to help save lives.
It's unprecedented, and it is not a natural disaster. It's man-made. In the course of 2023, we will have almost 6 million people in need of life-saving humanitarian assistance. So to contend with that, we've launched today our drought flash appeal for 2023. It's $472 million is what we're looking for from international partners to provide life-saving assistance to Kenyans suffering from this crisis that they didn't cause. We need an international effort together both in the emergency and in long-term recovery.
Despite being underfunded crisis, 89 humanitarian partners reached nearly 1 million people with vital assistance between January and September 2022, complementing the government-led response to the drought. The Deputy President was joined by Cabinet Secretaries Alice Wahome and Rebecca Miano for Water and Sanitation, and the East African Community EAC and ASALS and Regional Development respectively. The delegation was hosted by the Governor of Garissa, Nadhif Jama, Wajir Governor Abdullahi, who serves as the Deputy Chair of Council of Governors and local area members of Parliament.